Hi everybody, Mark Michels here, and I'm joined today with Mr. Evan Moffitt. Evan, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We just wrapped up the second go of the NCHA Futurity, sponsored by North Texas Chevy and Great American Insurance. And Evan, what a round it is. I mean, it just kept going from the first go. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The two go-rounds we've had, the horses look spectacular. All the riders showing unbelievable, going for it. Any run at any moment, everybody was going. Yeah, and
the bubble ended up holding out at a 4:35.5, which was a little bit unexpected. The judging got a little bit tighter towards the end, I will say, but definitely, I mean, there were still lots of good runs, but it's great to see those 35.5s made because there were some good horses in there that ended up still sneaking into the semifinals.
Yeah, unbelievable. Just in that last set, James Payne comes in, has a 20.5 on his homebred gelding that him and his wife owned together. Only horse to make it out of that set.
Yep.
And a nail-biting set because, you know, at any point right there, the bubble can get knocked, and it holds with a 35.5.
Yeah, there were several good runs in there that could have gone either way. Eddie Flynn was one of them, had quite a good run, and unfortunately just missed out. But there were several of those. But anyway, the leaders. Tell us about the leaders.
Yeah, Austin Shepard coming in at the top spot with the Fancy DeVille, 4:43.5.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable mare, showed great 2 times, and then also coming in number 2 and 3 spot, Taryn Rice on Catalina cashing in, a beautiful son of Raising the Cash, and also with a 4:41.5 on Timeless Little Cat, one-time Pepto mare, both homegrown babies for Joel Colgrove, so exciting for our program and everybody involved.
Yeah, pretty good week for Rice Performance horses out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure has been an awesome week for sure.
Yeah, no, and that was, Taryn had the top 2 spots. Austin came in, had a really good second go, and ended up sneaking in and taking the lead on the total combined scores. And like we said, a 4:35.5 to make it in that one. Some of the stallions that really stood out. I mean, obviously Metallicat, 15 horses back to the Open semi-final, 60 horses no plus ties, I'm sorry. So, but there was 15 advancing there. Hottish had 6 horses in there. Highbrow Cat had 6. Once in a Blue Boon with 5. Smooth Talking Style with 5. Tell us a little bit about some of these freshman sires.
So what I like about this year is we've got 4 or 5 different studs right here that are freshman sires, all competing for that prize award of Freshman Sire of the Year. You got the Raising the Cashes, they're looking outstanding. Cody Headland's Metellus Cat, having a good cutting futurity, but then also just coming off a really nice snaffle bit futurity. So that's really interesting to see. The Smooth Talking Styles, a lot of anticipation on them coming in from, as good as Lloyd did on him. There's been a lot of horses coming in with Cass Tatum's. What a showing he's had. So it's been exciting to see all these new studs coming in, and it's really exciting. Yeah,
and Sandman got one in there as well, I believe. And yeah, like you said, I mean, some of the riders that have done really well here. There's what is there, about 9 riders with 2 horses that advanced both their horses in there. Austin Shepard, Bo Gallion, Grant Setnica, Michael Cooper, Shane Carlin, Taryn Rice, Wesley Gallion, and Adambo Muelas all advanced both their horses, which is a pretty incredible feat. But none better, I think, than Shane Carlin. What a show he's had so far.
He's done an awesome job coming in. Just to make 2 to the semis, but 2 really nice horses, has got 2 good shots of making it.
Yeah, and leading the limited.
Yeah, leading the limited, done a fantastic job of showing, marked a big score on his dual race stud. He's doing an outstanding job right now.
Yeah, and showed with some confidence too, and it's good to see. Shane had a 4:40.5 on Ray Miro, owned by Richard Irby. That's a dual ray out of Nurse Rita, and in the Cass Tatum was second in that one with a 4:40 on Speakeasy, owned by Holly Davidoff. It's a Smooth Talking Style out of SDP Miss Cabaret. Took a 4:33.5 in the limited. Pretty stout cutting there too.
Yes, there was a lot of limited guys showed up this year on some really nice horses. Speaking of Cass, he made the Open semifinals last year on a half sibling, a Kit Kat Sugar. So back-to-back years on the same dam side. So that's pretty impressive right there.
Real impressive, and he's going out on his own now. So big things happening for Cass, and he's putting his program out there.
Yes, I agree. He's him and his wife have built a beautiful facility up there, and he showed up ready to show.
Yeah. Now, what about the non-pros? We got 3 non-pro riders that advanced to the semis.
Yes, Ryan Rapp, he showed won by a freshman sire as well. Don't Stop Believing.
Yep.
And then out of a cloned mare, I believe, of the Tapolina, and that's where the name Believe in Science comes in. So that's unique in itself to see a freshman sire and then also have a cloned dam.
Yeah,
I think that's really neat. Allie Good, what a job! She made the Open semis last year.
Yep.
We had CR Too Tough to Break for her, and then also Lindy Ashlock coming in.
Yeah, Lindy did real well. She's got a 4:39 on Desires Timeless, and that's a cool looking horse.
Yes, really good. And then her and Wes both making it back, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Husband and wife both making it back, and never count them out. They've been doing a stand-up job.
And Wes actually, his stud, he had a hottish stud that everybody was kind of talking about. He had a little tough luck on a third cut. He was sure making it on him and had a little tough luck on that third one, but he come right back and advanced his other horse. And I tell you what, his other horse looks pretty dang strong too.
Yes, I agree. And then the catch ride with John Wold, another raising the cash.
Bingo. Yep.
Laid on a big O score last night. So it looks like their whole program right now is really raving. Yeah,
and John, it's good to see him coming out of the breeding barn back into the show pen. It's really good to see him back in there having some success, and especially on a catch ride.
Yes, I agree, and seeing a lot of newer faces this year in the semis, some first-time guys, and some people we haven't seen in a minute. So I think it's going to make for a spectacular Open semifinals.
Yep, for sure. And then right now, John Mitchell leads the gelding division on Little Ricky, owned by Slate River Ranch, and Tyler Merrill, he's leading the Chrome Cash. How about that one on Hunt and Smooth?
Hunt and Smooth Cash. Yeah. Really nice mare. Brent Guards had 2 full siblings that Tyler showed. Did an outstanding job. Another one of those guys that dabbles in multiple disciplines. He's no stranger to the Open Finals either, so he showed up on a really nice mare, trained by Matt Miller out of their program. He's got a really good shot of making it as well. Yeah,
I already saw a Snapchat from Tyler. He's busy out working on his new place. He's building an arena right now, so shout out to you, Tyler. But it's just been one for the record books. I mean, we've never seen a 35.5, having to take it to go to the semifinals here.
No, it's something else, because to me that's like 4-year-old type cutting. The 35.5 is 35.5 to a 6 is, I mean, that's tough for 4-year-olds, let alone their very first show. But people showed up guns a-blazing and ready to go. There
is such a big pool of horses that can win this thing, and it's going to be fun to watch it kind of all wind out and see how they are after a little break. I mean, some of them are going to get a little time off. Some are still going to get shown in the non-pro here. So it's always interesting to see them come back to the semis, and see how they take the break or the continued showing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should make for an outstanding semis. I think a lot of people got their horses ready and they're prepared. So maybe the little break, like you said, I think we'll do some of these horses really good, and then some people will show them as well in the non-pro. But
the non-pro starts tomorrow, first go-around, starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow. But first, we've got to go eat some turkey and maybe watch a little football and have a couple of toddies and relax a little bit. So, Evan, thanks for coming out today.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right. We want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for tuning in. And thanks to Badboonarising for bringing you this wrap-up show from the Open second go-around here at the NCHA Futurity. Thank you.